Hi guys, welcome to Bed Talks. Before we start, I want to talk about something slightly uncomfortable. Don't worry, no taxes, no aging today, and not even WhatsApp work messages on Sunday morning. We are keeping the trauma manageable. Something even sneakier. What if I told you most people are walking around with unconscious guilt? Like a background app permanently running on their mental phone, draining battery, overheating the system, and nobody even remembers installing it. And unlike your phone, you can't just swipe it closed. It sits backstage, quietly running show, influencing decisions, relationships, careers, even health. And there is always that little voice in your head. Sometimes it's whispering, and sometimes it's yelling about shame, responsibility, be good, don't disappoint, try harder. And the really funny part, most people think that voice is their personality, not conditioning, not fear, not inherited guilt, just that who I am. No, darling, that's your survival strategy talking. That special kind of guilt people pass down through generations, better than apartments or family china. Especially if growing up you were taught a good child is a convenient child, a right child doesn't create problems, and love has to be earned. And then you grow up, adult on paper, passport, job, maybe even a therapist. But inside there is a still teeny tiny HR manager of your soul going something like, what if they don't approve? What if I'm not good enough? So you start working weekends just to help, taking extra tasks, just nobody thinks anything, tolerating toxic relationships because they did so much for me, living with this quiet feeling that you owe everyone. Spoiler here, you don't owe anyone to live their life instead of your own. You weren't born as someone else's retirement plan or emotional support human. And here's something interesting. Home and work aren't separate planets. People don't check themselves in at reception before they shift. Would be convenient though. If you were loved for achievement as a kid, you'll burn out for KPIs as an adult. If you were ashamed, feedback will scare you more than a tax audit. If you were trained to be good, you'll become convenient, even when it slowly ruins you. Convenient people get used, not celebrate. But there is another swing happening now. From the generation of just endure it, we move toward I feel uncomfortable, therefore everyone else is wrong. Every remark equals trauma. Every critique equal toxicity. Every deadline equal violence against personality. And then this greenhouse flower steps into real life, where there is rent, KPIs, deadlines, bosses, clients, and nobody read your childhood manual. Suddenly it turns out the world doesn't have to be soft, but you can become resilient. And resilience, by the way, is built, not downloaded. Important point, not every discomfort is trauma. Sometimes it's growth, sometimes learning, sometimes just life without an Instagram filter or a motivational quote. And here's closing thought. Guilt is a terrible coach and an even worse life navigator. It will keep you busy, exhausted, and weirdly proud of suffering. From guilt you get overtime relationships with no joy, help without love, success without happiness. If you're doing something out of fear, that's not love, darling. That is survival strategy. Adulthood begins when you can say, I help because I want to. I work because I choose to. I live my life, not settling emotional debts I never agreed to. And remember, one simple thing. If people love you only when you're convenient, that's not love. That's a substance. And guess what? You are the one paying. Auto renewal, no cancellation button. So sometimes The most loving thing you can do to yourself and to others is to stop living driven by guilt. And the most loving thing you can do for yourself is finally fire that inner controller and start living like an adult, not a permanently anxious straight A student who still thinks one mistake means emotional eviction. Just that.